Hare Krishna. The Vedic expanse is voluminous and ambiguous, but its essence is concise and clear. The Vedic expanse refers to the vast body of literature that come under the title of Vedic literature. There are the 4 Vedas, there are the 18 Upanishads, there are 108 Upanishads, there are the 18 Puranas, and there are the Itihasas, and each of these is profound, and many times sentences have many meanings over there. So the sheer volume, the extent of the literature is voluminous, and not only is voluminous, often they are ambiguous because their meanings can be interpreted in different ways, and because the meanings can be interpreted in different ways, so there can be different schools of thought that come up. Now why are the Vedas voluminous and ambiguous? Because they are inclusive. They accommodate a wide variety of people, and they provide methods for spiritual elevation for people at whatever level they might presently be. From where a person is, the person can get elevated gradually by some process that is given in the Vedas. So there is a process for those in Tamoguna, those in Sarajoguna, those in Sattva-guna, and like that there are different processes. So if somebody does not know the ultimate purpose, then that person can get lost. Just like if somebody goes to a huge unabridged dictionary, sometimes we just want to look at the meaning of one word and we find there are 75 meanings of the word, and then it's voluminous. And then you just look at the 75 meanings, the person may get confused. Okay, which meaning will apply for me right now? In the sentence that I am reading, okay, if this meaning applies, then this sentence will mean this thing. If this meaning applies, then the sentence will mean this thing. So it can become ambiguous. So an unabridged dictionary can be properly used by a person who is already well versed in English and who knows the nuances of English usage. Otherwise, that can become confusing. So similarly, if one just approaches the Vedas without adequate background knowledge, then within the Vedic knowledge one can get lost. And Krishna talks about this with a particular category of people called as Vedavadarataha. Vedavadarataha is those people who study the Vedas, but they get caught in one of the side purposes of the Vedas. That is, okay, you do dharma and you get artha and kama. You go to heaven and you enjoy life. That is one level of teaching of the Vedas. But the conclusion of the Vedas is what Krishna tells in the Bhagavad in 15.15. He says, Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. He says, Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. And so, Krishna talks about this world as an upside down tree. This is 15.15. He says, by all the Vedas I am to be known. And before that he talks about the world as an upside down tree. Urdhamulamadha shakam ashvattam prahuravayam chandam sivasya paranani yastam vedasa vedavet. So one who is the knower of the Vedas, he says, one who knows the full tree. And within that the Vedic hymns are just leaves. So one needs to go beyond these leaves to know the full tree, and then one has to go beyond the full tree to its root. And that root, yatha pravritti prasitaha purani, from whom the whole universe comes out, that Lord is the Supreme Lord Krishna, and it is He who is to be known by following the process of bhakti. Vedaischa sarve ahameva vedyo. And this knowledge is concise and clear. That ultimately, what do we need to know? We need to know Krishna. That is concise. Sometimes some people who just get caught in the complexity of the Vedas, they may think, oh, this is so simple. But its simplicity is its glory. Its simplicity and the clarity that there is in, it's concise and it's clear. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. And what is Krishna's authority in telling us what is the conclusion of the Vedas? Vedanta krit veda videva chaham Vedanta krit. It is I who have written Vedanta and Veda. And what I have written I have not forgotten, I know it. Veda Videva Chaham. So, now this Vedanta Krut means it is Krishna who manifests in literary incarnation as Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva he writes in this world, he writes the Vedanta, and Krishna is that same Vyasadeva, and he knows the conclusion. So when we study the Bhagavad Gita, sometimes we may get deluded by different people quoting different things from Shastra, from different Shastras. This Shastra says this, this Shastra says this, this Shastra says that. We should know that, okay, all those things are said in different scriptures and all that is okay. But we should focus on their conclusion. And by focusing on the conclusion, if we have to study the scriptures, we can bring cohesion and unity into the study of the scriptures. And if we don't study the scriptures, then we are not missing anything, because we are getting their conclusion, and that conclusion is eternally relevant. It is the most important thing. And if we know, as Krishna says, if we know Him, then we know everything. So that is what is the purpose. And the Bhagavad Gita takes us from this voluminous, ambiguous expanse to the concise, clear essence. By focusing on Krishna, by revealing how Krishna is the essence and the conclusion of the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita helps us to fulfill the purpose of the Vedas. Thank you. Hare Krishna.